What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream today. 50 in the building, people, and I'm not talking about the rapper from G Unit. We're here, people. 50,000 subscribers. Big up to each and every one of you. Round of applause for the community, of course. We got there in the end late last night. I was literally awake as well about 5 o'clock in the morning as it just trickled over 50k. Big up to each and every one of you. You know, like I always say, man, when you start off a YouTube channel, you never expect to see those kinds of numbers. So I have to thank the community for all the support, and onwards and upwards from here, people. And obviously, I will sort out some sort of giveaway over the next week or so. So I'm just trying to figure out what we're gonna do. So yeah, really appreciate it. Let me just go into Granit Xhaka mode. And for anyone thinking what's going on here, it's like 37, 38 degrees in the UK today. And I tell you, people, English heat is different. I feel like Mike Tyson's dropped combinations on me. Like, it's literally battering me as I sit here, people. So forgive me if it looks like I got a dab on. Big up Runyan, who said congrats, Curtis. Big up, bro. Nimbo, big saying congrats, Big C. Meletis, Big C, and congrats, brother. Get the PS5 ready, said MD. Well, we'll try something. We'll try and do maybe a PS3. I'll find them. They're pretty cheap. Yeah, hey, listen. Are you seeing inflation right now, bro? Mr. Saturday, stay hydrated, bro. I'm drinking water as we speak. It ain't no joke, people. It ain't no joke. Obviously, I just realised that I was going live at 5 o'clock, and then I just realised that AFTV go live at 5 o'clock every day. So we've gone into a traffic jam here, but I don't care. We'll go head to head, Robbie, man. We have to do what we have to do, people. So big up to everyone who's here, and really appreciate it. We'll get into the Arsenal news. We'll be on for about 40 minutes or so, and we'll go through the latest news. Heat wave settings for real. I think tomorrow's 40 degrees. Hottest day in history of the UK. So, people, stay hydrated. I can't lie. It's serious out there. But listen, big up to everyone who sent the messages. I will try and respond to all of you on YouTube as well when we come off here as well. Game Boy giveaway. I tell you what, a Game Boy is probably worth quite a lot right now. Dud said, just came over from AFTV. Bless up Curtis and Cruz. Big up, man. Yeah, big up Cruz. He won a tournament yesterday on penalties. Dramatic final. He scored his penalty and he was top scorer in the competition. So big him up. Another trophy in the cabinet. Right, let's get into the latest news anyway. Big up everyone tuning in. Hey, still continue to like and subscribe if you haven't, people. We got to get them next numbers now. Big up all the Twitch gang tuned in as well. Big up all of the C unit. Big up to everyone. And right, let's get into the latest news. If you didn't know, the new kit is out. Obviously, you see man wearing it on the watch along on Saturday. We got the early drop. But the kit is, I mean, listen, I know I always say these things, Cronke, and we got to stop buying merch and, all of that, people. But, look at that. How do you stay away from that, by the way? What a kit. Black and gold. And the actual writing on the back of the shirt is gold as well. I mean, yeah, you've got me with that. You've got me in a headlock. Like, it's Hulk Hogan settings. I can't get out of that. It had to get copped. Interesting thing, I see another email saying you can get a free name on the back of it. I believe if you're a member. So if you are a member, look out for that. I'm thinking, because gold writing on the back, I might get a name on the back of it. The only thing is, I don't know if there's a player at Arsenal that I actually like enough to put their name on the back of the shirt. I don't know. I might have to get a throwback. You might see me with Henry 14 or Bergkamp 10 on the back of that. I don't know, people. I like a lot of these players we got now, but I don't really to walk around with their name on the back. I don't know. Listen, like Amar saying there, you buy that for swag. That don't even have to be. You don't even have to be a football fan to buy that kit. That, for me, is the best Arsenal kit since... I like the bruised banana throwback that they brought out the other year, but this one, for me, is even better. It's a ridiculous kit. Some people saying the writing's white on the back. I saw a picture with gold writing. Maybe they're giving you the option of both. Man said Nketiah 14. Bro, I don't care if it's free. I'm not walking around with that. Put Cruz on the back. I could do that, That would be a good shout. Cruz likes the number 10. I like the number 9. So we got a little clash of numbers going on. But yeah, man said get a Aubameyang 14 on the back. I'm not sure the fan base can cope with that one. Snake Eye said, Big C, I'm still not buying it until I see a real change at the club. Thierry Henry got me to this club. I'm hanging on right now. Listen, we've been hanging on for a while. I can't lie. We've been hanging on for a long time as Arsenal fans, but it is what it is. You have an option of white or gold. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I'd go for... I'd get the gold right in, I think. But yeah, the kit is out and it's a thing of beauty. But can we get a team on the pitch that can match the kit? Xhaka 34, listen. That's got to be Halloween or something to make me do that. I'm definitely not doing that. Scott said, we've already won one trophy this season, the best kit of 2022-23. It's a banger of a kit, I can't lie. But let's move on. Let's get into the transfer news and all of that good stuff, people. Mr. Saturday, thank you for the super chat. Said, kit drops usually coincide with negative news, diversion settings back on the menu for the fans. Fans, new signings. Arsenal, no new kits. I hear you. We've all fallen into that trap before, I can't lie. But listen, this is the date when Adidas launched the kit. Obviously, the pink kit, I believe, comes out for the Emirates Cup in a week or two. I don't think I'll be getting that one, I can't lie. Although Nelson said, I'm telling you, don't sleep on the pink kit. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going for that one, though, I can't lie. But right, let's move on. Let's move on anyway, people. Are Arsenal going to sign more players? Let's start off by talking about Zinchenko. Now, I'm not even going to really go on about Zinchenko too much. Zinchenko is set to be announced, apparently, in the next 48 hours, people. So Arsenal have agreed a fee. Apparently, personal terms have even been agreed. There was even talk he may join the team over there in America, maybe for the second game of the Orlando part of the trip. So it looks as if Zinchenko is going to be tied up. £30 million. Apparently, he's very excited at the prospect. And it's just a case of where is he going to play for Arsenal? Is he a versatile left-back / centre mid that we use in rotation? Or is he the centre midfielder that we're signing for this season? And as I've said before, I like the signing of Zinchenko. I think he's a good, versatile player. I think he can play well at left-back, can play well in midfield. I'm just not sure if you're signing him as the specialist midfielder, if he's quite the answer. I'm not sure. I'm looking at Basuma, 25 million. Tielemans available for 30 million. Renato Sanchez available for 12 million. They are specialist centre midfielders. Is Zinchenko a better centre midfielder than those guys? But in terms of his ability to play left back and centre mid, I think it's a good signing. I think he can actually be a big challenge for Kieran Tierney at left back. I've got to be totally honest, because Kieran Tierney's injury prone. We know that, and that's the problem. And Zinchenko, I think, is better on the ball than Tierney. Probably not better defensively. So we'll have to see on that one. Jay Mystery said, yo, big up, C, I'm finally home after working in a kitchen all day. Jeez, you must be hot, bro. Sweatbox there. Congrats on the 50k. You deserve it. Appreciate it, bro. Man said he's the Ukrainian Andre Santos. That's harsh. I think he's better than that. He's won a Premier League title at left back. South London's finest. Big up, bro. Said, good signing. We still need another midfielder. We still haven't improved from last season. Omar said it's a smart signing. Carlos said, I think it's for left back. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether it is, but we'll see. Jay Mystery said, big up for the live stream, been missing them. McLovin said, Zinchenko is better than Tielemans. He's overrated. It's funny, you know, I've had a couple Manchester City fans message and say, you're going to be shocked how good he is in midfield. I don't know. We'll see. I would still like to see another one and a specialist. Ukraine captain will improve the team, bro. And somebody just said there, Owl said Renato Sanchez for 12 million is a steal. I got to be honest, even with his injury record, I would have bought him for 12 million pound. I think he's a good player. I've always rated Renato Sanchez. So we'll have to see, but we need more. And will more come from the shape of Arthur, the former Barcelona midfielder who is now at Juventus now? The interesting thing about this, I'll be honest, when I saw this story come back, my initial thought was it's just paper talk, no chance it happens. But I think the problem that we've got, and the Mail have reported this story, Arsenal tried to sign Arthur in January. Juventus wanted us to have him on a 2-year loan with an obligation to buy him for 40 million euros after the 2 years. Arsenal didn't want to do that. Now, the Daily Mail have said today, Arsenal have had to consider Yuri Tielemans. They've had to put him on the shelf until players are moved on. It's believed that Arsenal's wage bill is becoming increasingly high, because obviously your Bellerins, Pablo Maris, Torreira, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, all these players that were on loan last season, they're back. We're paying their wages. Now, it's believed Juventus would be willing to loan Arthur to Arsenal for 1 year now, with an option to buy him at the end of the season. So, listen, I'm not saying that Arthur is the midfielder I would go and get. I think when he was at Barcelona, he looked like he could become a world beater. At Juventus, he's really struggled. I don't know if it's because it's a more physical league. What worries me about this deal is the fact that the circumstances of the deal would probably suit Arsenal more than Yuri Tielemans. Yuri Tielemans is going to cost 30 to 35 million. Manchester United are lurking around him. You're going to have to pay him a decent wage and a decent fee for him. Where Arthur, you can get him on loan. You may not have to pay all of his wages. And at the end of the year, you decide whether you want to sign him or not. You can see why it will appeal to Arsenal. Now, I can see from most of you in the comments, most of you saying you don't want him. And I think because of the way he's played in Italy, that is a physical league, and the Premier League is a physical league, most people will say he's going to struggle in the Premier League. Gaming Net 12 said, I don't want Arthur. I'm a Juve fan, and he is ish, he says, pretty much anyway. He's poor. I know he's been really, his reputation's gone downhill quickly in Italy. He's really struggled. But Ty's saying, let's get a poll out, people. First poll of the day. Basically, I'm going to ask, would you take Arthur on loan for a season? Or do you just think, listen, go and get a proper centre midfielder that sorts out our issue, rather than... It's a stopgap signing, let's be honest. For me, Edu and those guys have got to get moving and shaking. You've got to sell your Bellerins, your Pablo Maris, reduce the wage bill and go and buy a proper centre midfielder. Would you take Arthur on loan for 1 season? The poll's up, people. First poll of the day. And let me know what you think. I can see from most of you in the comments, though, you're not on it. Granit Xhaka's here. He said, Arthur ahead of me. What are you guys? Listen, Granit Xhaka the other day against Everton, people. I'm sorry, I just did not like that. He was poor, and I just looked at him and thought, if he's our starting centre mid next season, Granit Xhaka, it is not happening for us. I'm telling you, he is not good enough. Ish said Dybala to Roma. I cannot believe they've pulled that signing out of the bag. I'm absolutely shocked that Dybala has gone to Roma. Apparently, Mourinho convinced him in the meeting to join Roma. He was set to go to Inter. I think what happened, Inter spent so much money on Lukaku's wages, they weren't able to offer Dybala what he wanted, so he decided not to go there. Dybala's gone to Roma, who, like someone said, they're in the Europa League. I thought he would get a bigger move than that, to be honest. But Arthur to Arsenal, most of you look like you don't want him. Nimbo's saying no. Great signing for Roma. Uncle Mourinho, Paul. Them big managers there, when you sit down for meetings with them, you've got a chance of signing, because they talk, you listen. Arthur belongs in EastEnders, end of Arthur, you know. Who was it? Arthur Fowler? Graham said, Curtis, I think Arthur Mello is a lazy piece of journalism. If the Zinchenko deal is concluded, then I believe the next signing will be a specialist midfielder. I still think we get Tielemans. The problem is, Graham, and I hear you on that, and I almost agree with you, but Manchester United are lurking on Tielemans. They want De Jong. De Jong's just flown out on tour with Barcelona, and De Jong is saying, listen, unless I get paid up, I'm not going nowhere. So if he stays, Manchester United will probably go for Tielemans. Now, if we're sitting here going, well, we'll go for Tielemans once we've sold Bellerin and Pablo Mari and all these players, we'll go and get him. Tielemans isn't going to wait for that. He can't afford to sit there and wait. Man United will offer him big money. They've got a manager that's trying to push them. We can't take that chance. We simply can't take that chance. So Arsenal have to be careful. That's all I will say. Arsenal have to be careful. It's difficult. Like, see, South London's finally saying it. I would take Arthur. He's been slept on. When he was at Barcelona, people were saying this guy's going to be one of the best ball-playing centre mids. Messi was bigging him up. I remember an incredible performance against Tottenham at Wembley where he was absolutely bopping. He was starting for Brazil. He's gone to Italy. He's had a tough time, and everyone's just wrote him off. I think sometimes you've got to look at the circumstances. Maybe he doesn't suit the Italian league. It's slow. It's more physical. It's more defensive. I still think Arthur is a decent player. I just think he's out of form. My worry would be, because he struggled physically in Italy, could he deal with the Premier League? The physicalness, or the physical nature, of the Premier League might be too much for him. So we'll have to see what happens there with Arthur. Big up, Conan, who said, big up, see, haven't commented in a while, being busy with work. Zinchenko is definitely for left back. Tierney and Tomiyasu both out of training. Need a backup right back next. Arsenal 14 said Arsenal can revive Arthur's career. I certainly think he's better on the ball than Granit. Salman said he could only play for Barca around a group of world-class players. Arsenal don't have that. I hear you on that. Mr. G said, Ward-Prowse, man, I'd have him in a heartbeat. So underrated, free kick specialist and a good engine. I've always wondered why no one's ever gone for Ward-Prowse. He's English, he's mid-20s, he's got leadership qualities, he can take a set-piece. Maybe they think he's a set-piece merchant and not much else, so we'll have to see. Big up Chris Davidson, who said, congrats on 50k, smashing it. Arthur is not what we need, be a poor signing. Listen, I'm just saying, people, I would not be surprised if Arsenal signed him because of the circumstances around the deal. On loan for a year is cheap, it's cheerful, and Arsenal love cheap and cheerful, I'm afraid. TK Maxx sales section, they will go for it, even if it's not in their size, people. So we'll have to see on that one. Right, let's move on. I'll end this poll shortly, actually, but I know a lot of you are not keen on Arthur to Arsenal, that is for sure. Fabio Vieira has done an interview. He's over there in America talking about, signing for Arsenal and how it came about and all this kind of stuff. And interesting thing, he was talking about his position. And Fabio Vieira said, the manager told me he knows I can play as a midfielder, as an 8 or a 10 or on the wing, the left or the right. They know I'm a versatile player, but I prefer to play 10. That's my real position. I like to make the last pass and to help teammates score. And I like to score goals too. Now, that's interesting again, because that ideally is kind of where we've been playing Odegaard. Odegaard is kind of an 8/10, but are they going to move maybe Odegaard back in a deeper role? Is he going to challenge Odegaard for that spot in the team? Do they move him back? And are the Gooner there saying versatile? And sometimes, just sometimes, people, it sounds crazy, but sometimes you don't want a player that's particularly versatile. You want a specialist. I don't want someone always that can play 8, play 10, play wing. I want someone that plays there and that is what he's about. He's top quality in that one position. Listen, a lot of people saying that this Fabio Vieira is going to surprise a lot of people and be a real top player. I just don't know. He looks very lightweight, and but they've spent a lot of money on him. And Liverpool tried to sign him last season. So it will be interesting. Where's he going to play for Arsenal? What's his best position? Did we need a player in that position? And are they going to change maybe where Martin Odegaard starts in this Arsenal team? Somebody just said there that ESR's days are numbered. I think ESR will be all right. Nino said jack of all trades and a master of none. And that's not always a good thing. You've seen with the likes of Ainsley, man, it's not ideal sometimes. You need someone that specialises in a particular position. So we'll have to see, but he's not available at the moment. And JT said, football has changed. The system needs to be fluid. We need to have players who can slot in multiple roles. I get you with that one. Competition for Odegaard. Like that he said he wants to score goals with Odegaard. He doesn't do that yet. He doesn't. SFT said, congrats on the 50,000, Curtis. I think we'll only sign one more player. I'm assuming you mean after Zinchenko. I think we need minimum 2 after Zinchenko. I still think we need a centre midfield specialist I would still like to see a winger come in. I would have liked another striker as well, but it's not going to happen, I'm afraid. He's going to go Eddie and Jesus as the only two. Let's move on. A bit of waffle settings, people. It's been a while, but Arteta did do a short press conference after the victory against Everton. Anyone who tuned in for that watch-along, as you know, I was half asleep. I was hanging on by the end of that stream. So I was definitely not going to wait around for that watch-along. But just wanted to quickly go through what he said. He made a few interesting comments regarding some of the players. And I'm not even going to go over the bit where he was talking about the game, to be honest. Just a quick bite of waffle settings, people. He was asked about Gabriel Jesus. He said he looks really sharp, really dynamic. He's got a really good understanding with his teammates straight away, and they are looking for him. He's generating chances. He has good connections around specific spaces. We want to exploit him especially, and we're really happy. Obviously, Jesus has started really well since signing. Some people saying we're overhyping him. It's only pre-season, and I have seen this before. I remember a couple of years ago in Australia, I think Arsenal beat Bayern Munich in pre-season, and everyone's going, oh, we're going to have a massive season. And then you start the season, you get beat. You know, pre-season, a lot of these teams, they're going through the motions just to get fit. So, but listen, it always breeds confidence winning games in pre-season. He went on to say on whether playing as a 9 is his best position, which it's got to be. He said he's versatile, but obviously the way we would like to develop him is in that position, but not on his own sometimes. Please don't close that door, because Gabby, in relation to what the opponent does in certain games, we're going to use him in different positions. He is open to that. See, again, for me, I don't like Jesus playing out wide. I want to see him through the middle as our number 9. He said, on the qualities Nketiah and Jesus have, I love the way they just slipped in the Nketiah question. He said, they have everything that we need. I mean, I haven't done this for a while, but I have to highlight and sip some water it. And you know me, I love Jesus, people. I think he's a real top player, but let me just take a sip. They have everything we need. I think you need to calm down with that. I like them, but everything. He said, first of all, they are really intense, both of them. The way they can press, the way they can sustain pressure with the opponents is great. Both of them can thread it in behind, pause, which allows people to have spaces inside. They are really good in link-up play, and both have an eye for goal, which is what the 9s do. But they are not just 9s. They have all the qualities for the way we play. They are fantastic. They're awesome. Pure cap, as you're saying, people. Pure Arteta cap. The man was being asked about Gabriel Jesus and just started talking about Nketiah. The man said, yeah, Nketiah, the qualities they both had. He needs to relax. He needs to absolutely relax with that one. That is for the Arteta holic, said Ish. Yeah, they'll love that one. They have absolutely everything we've ever been looking for. I mean, listen, they're very similar in their style of play, so they can't give you everything, that is for sure. Jesus replaces Pepe, wake up. Oh, can you imagine if he finds a way to get Jesus on the right and puts Eddie through the middle, head loss. Absolute cap from Teta, Cap Teta, you know. Oh, my days. Big up, Clement. Big up to C-Unit. Congrats on 50k. Road to 100k. Come on, bro. We're on the road. Cap Teta to our ass. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, pause. I had to throw that in. Nimbo said, Mikel Capteta. Let's move on quick, people. He said, on whether you need a traditional number 9. He said, it depends. Look at Harry Kane. Look at Haaland. I think at the moment, there are certain strikers that are available. They grow. They have their moments in Europe. It depends on the qualities. Another one with completely different qualities scores 45 every season. So it's what available and what the team needs. On what he wants in the team, he said, you want to have everything. You want to have 6 foot, one that plays as a false 9. But what I can say is I'm really happy with the strikers we have. Hold on. Did he not just say we have everything? He said they have everything that we need. And then 2 answers later, he said, you want to have everything. You want to have a 6 foot, one that plays false 9. So basically, you don't have everything you need. You don't quite have everything you need. I'm sure he'll find a way. He'll play in false nine or tell you that Eddie's 6 foot. So 2 sentences ago, he had everything he needs. And now, you know, he hasn't quite got everything he needs. It's pure waffle, people. The waffle is back. We've missed the waffle. And, yeah, that everything disappeared real quick, Chris. You're spot on there. He went from everything to something, you know. But, hey, it is what it is. On his intensity, he creates chaos, uncertainty. He's always on your shoulder. He's always there to nick the ball. He's always in front of goal. He's a real threat. This is what we need. And then he's the one. The moment we give him the ball, he is straight away active. Let's carry on. It's waffle. And whether he has a nasty streak, he said, I love those kinds of players streetwise. They learn a lot. They know how to feel. They can take advantage of any situation. Man's loving Gabby, you know. And whether we need that, he said, they have other qualities as well. And Gabby and Eddie as well bring different qualities. Honestly, I need to see the birth certificate. I believe that Arteta has adopted Eddie and Nketiah. He literally is being asked about Gabriel Jesus and just throws Eddie's name in there. It's legendary. On whether we need that, yeah, they have other qualities as well, Gabby and Eddie. We're asking you about Gabby. Yeah, but what about Eddie? He loves him, man. I'm telling you. You haven't seen an Eddie this rated since Eddie Murphy, mate, in Coming to America and Beverly Hills Cop. Dun 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 dun. Axel Foley, people. It's all mad. He can't get enough of this guy. I want to see the birth certificate. I'm telling you. I'm convinced Hector Bellerin is his biological son. And Eddie must have been adopted. Something went off, but he loves him. He absolutely loves this guy. But anyway, we move people because they'll slander me and say, "Oh, you're hammering Eddie." I can't help it. It's just a bit of a joke, people, on how Matt Turner has settled. I mean, I better not say too much here either because I'll be in trouble. He said, I'm really happy with him. The way he's settled in, he's an extraordinary character, a lot of personality, and he's great at what we want. Obviously, it was a big moment for him to come to Arsenal in an Arsenal shirt in the States and play in front of the crowd. He did well. All right, we'll ignore the goal that went straight down the middle, crossbarring in. On what he wants to see from Turner, he said that he continues to do the same and he will keep having chances to play. Okay, so we'll ignore the shot that went straight down the middle. On the fans in Baltimore, he said, it's been great. We didn't know what to expect. I think it was 40,000, 35,000 Arsenal fans. Thank you so much for them. They really make a difference. Yeah. On if he expected the fans to be so vocal, he said they've been very passionate outside the hotel, waiting for hours. Jeez. On what a crowd can do for a player's confidence. For some, it's the first time they're experiencing this in the States. That means they start to get some recognition all around the world. Yeah, Turner is, I don't want to talk about the way Turner has settled, but we'll relax because, it's early in his time and hopefully he improves. But things can only get better because I'm telling you, Matt Turner, you looked a bit shaky to me. They're calling him the American Renaissance. You better shake that tag off. On Saka signing a new contract, he said, we will try. We both have the same intention. Fabrizio saying that it's just a matter of finances, length of the contract that Saka wants to stay. So that one should be tied up. On William Saliba's performance, he said he was really good. I think he played a really good game. He looked really composed straight away from day one. He looked completely focused. He's evolved the way we wanted. And today, I think he had a great performance. Listen, it'll be interesting. You can give Saliba all the praise you want. If Ben White starts ahead of him away at Palace, then this is all cap. To me, and I've said it before, Saliba's young. He will make mistakes. He's not the finished article. But in my opinion, he is better than Ben White. And I will stand by that until I see otherwise. So let's see if he backs him enough to play him when the Premier League season starts. On Ben White's fitness, he said he had a niggle in his quad. We had to protect him. He trained with the squad yesterday, so hopefully we'll be all right. On any injury problems, we had Kieran with a slight problem. I mean, after the game in Baltimore, they said it was part of the plan to take him off after 30 minutes, but now he's injured. We had Emil as well with a muscular niggle. Tomiyasu as well, and Ben. The rest of them are fine, but it's a matter of days. Marquinhos wasn't even in the squad. He hasn't even mentioned him injured, so maybe he was just rested. On Fabio Vieira's fitness, he had a slight problem in his bone. Hopefully he will start to train in the next week or so. So if he doesn't train for the next couple of weeks, he's going to struggle to be fit for the start of the season. So, yeah, Kieran Tierney, water is wet and Kieran Tierney is injured, people. So maybe Zinchenko is going to play left back. I can't lie. So we'll have to see on that one, people. Let me end this poll. 59% of you said you wouldn't want Arthur on loan for the season from Juventus, and 41% of you said you would take him. I have to admit, for me, I would try and get other players ahead of him first. But if worst came to worst, I'd take him on loan for a season. But certainly I'd be looking at other players before we go for him. So, yeah, we'll have to see on that one. Let's get into some of your comments. Smith Rowe and Ben White are similar height. Oh, my days. Snake Eye said, you said this when Saliba went on loan, Big C. Arteta just gave credit to himself after Saliba's performance. I'm telling you, man, Saliba's going to have to perform miracles to get in this team. I think at best, he'll get given the Europa League group stage, a few Carabao Cup and FA Cup games until he's going to have to do twice as much to get Ben White out of the team, because ultimately Arteta bought Ben White, paid 50 million. He likes him, and Saliba wasn't his signing. But Saliba looked very good the other day in the game against Everton. Forever Cronk said, Curtis, explain the slip in the Claude Cup. You ain't better than it. Bro, I'm better than Eddie. You better relax yourself. Listen, I don't know what happened. I'm putting that down to, was it age? I don't know what happened. I honestly can't. I watch it. I think, how did you fall over the ball like that? It is what it is. Maybe I was still celebrating the goal, people, and then I could have scored again. And yeah, I went tumbling. It is what it is, people. It was shambolic. I went from Thierry Henry to Nicholas Bentner in 10 minutes. I don't know. I've got no answer for you, people. I was actually hoping they didn't put that bit in the highlights, but of course they were all over it. So I have to take the banter. One thing about me, I can take the banter, people. It is what it is. But yeah, I've got no explanation. I can't even blame the grass, because it was a 4G AstroTurf pitch. So I don't know what I can blame, people. Mr. Saturday said, a small thing for Vieira, and that happened a month ago on international duty. And he just said it's a bone injury. Now, I'm sorry, but a bone injury doesn't sound like some small injury. Did he chip a bone in his leg? We thought it was a muscular problem. Maybe that's a worse injury. Did they even sign him injured? Is this Kim Kallstrom part 2? I don't know, people. Big up Mr. Saturday. Nelson said, every day I'm tumbling. That's out of order, man. You've done me there. I didn't even realise what you'd put until I clicked on it. Now it's too late to get away from it. Every day I'm tumbling. Mickey Ross, people. But it is what it is. Man, Nimbo said I got tackled by the wind. Yeah, it was a bit windy out there. I'll blame something. Eddie Shaw, you better relax, people. But hey, it is what it is. Could be a bruised bone. That's a good point. Big C, more like Yaya Sanoga. Hey, the French postman done well. He scored an important goal in the FA Cup. But it is what it is. Big up Anthony, who said Tierney is the Wilshire of left-backs. He spends more time in the medics room than most doctors and physios. Guys made of chocolate melting in that heat wave. Listen, they might have bought Zinchenko to play midfield, but it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up at left-back, because I've said it before and I'll say it again. If Tierney doesn't make a number of appearances this season, Arsenal have to look to move him on. It doesn't matter how good a player you are. The best ability is availability. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's the reason Cazorla got sold, Rosicky, Diaby, Wilshere, ballers, every one of them, not available enough. It doesn't matter how good you are. You can't have a talented player that is a sick note and he's injured all the time. So Tierney's under pressure this season for me. He really is. So we'll have to see on that one, people. Let's move on. Man said he saw a lizard and he slipped. I'm telling you, man, that lizard in Jamaica still haunts me, man. And maybe I looked over and thought, is that a lizard, bro? It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's talk about Lucas Paqueta, people. Stories coming out of France today that he could be available for as little as £34 million. It's believed that they was asking for about 50 million, but because he wants to leave, because they're not in Europe, they may be willing to let him go for 40 million euros, which accounts to about 34 million. Now, again, this is what I'm saying. If you can get Paqueta, 34 million, Tielemans for about 30 million, Renato Sanchez for 12 million, then surely you buy a specialist centre mid and play Zinchenko left back or allow him to challenge as a centre mid. 34 million for Paqueta is an absolute no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So if there is truth in that story coming out of France, then Edu, please get on the phone and sort this out, people, because that is a bargain for him. Absolute bargain. Big up King, Gambian Guna. Appreciate your super chat, bro. He said, congrats on 50k, Big C. More subs and success. Bless up to you and to everyone in the community with the kind words. Really appreciate it. Listen, Paqueta for 34 million, I'm sorry, it's criminal if we don't get that deal done. If I see him go somewhere else for that, it is ridiculous. Big up John Page, congrats on 50k, appreciate it, bro. Travis said 35 mil, bargain. Curtis was doing a Robbie Keane celebration. I have to admit, I used to like that cartwheel and the thing after, even though, to be fair, obviously it was at Spurs, so I didn't like it there. Smash the likes, people. Can we get it to 1,000 likes? There's 1,300 of you in the chat. Really appreciate it. I realise, you know, we're on live at the same time as AFTV, but we'll go head-to-head if we have to, people. It's all good, people. It's all good. Big up to I Am King. Really appreciate the kind donation. Do you know what? I remember that game in the picture, man. Ozil and Aubameyang. I saw a thing actually on this day. Aubameyang scored 2 goals against Manchester City in the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. And at that time, I remember having arguments saying this guy's the best striker in the Premier League. I think at that time he was playing even better than Harry Kane, considering we weren't an amazing team in terms of service. And he was still scoring goals, but hey, it's changed a lot. Saw a picture of him today, actually, hugging Robert Lewandowski as he signed for Barcelona. Those two were obviously teammates at Dortmund. But I'm sure deep down, Aubameyang's thinking, boy, I came here to play up front. You've just signed one of the best strikers in the world. So Aubameyang may find himself playing out wide or sitting down on the bench, you know. Clement said 34 million euros, which equates to 40 million euros for Paqueta. Come on, Edu, get on the phone, get the deal done. Don't be surprised if he ends up at Newcastle. Apparently, he's very good friends with Bruno Gomes, so I'm sure Newcastle, they've been interested in him. Big up Anthony for becoming a member on the channel. I think you already was a member, so I'm assuming you've rejoined. So really appreciate that. Oba sold us the dream. Nah, listen, I got to be honest. I've said this many times. I think we missed. Every player has like a hot streak in their career. 2, 3, 4 years where they're on fire. You've got to make sure the team around him at that time is on fire so that you benefit. Sanchez was unbelievable for 3 years. We didn't make the most of it. You know, Ozil for 2 or 3 years was on fire. We didn't have the striker to benefit. Giroud wasn't that elite striker. Aubameyang for 2.5 years was one of the best strikers in Europe. But we didn't have the team to fully fulfill what we had with him. And so I think you have to question the club a lot of the time. When it comes to these. Same with Robin Van Persie. When he became a monster of a striker, we didn't have the team around him. Big up Snake Eyes with the super chat. He's telling me very specifically, this is not for you, Big C. It's for Cruz for scoring a penalty kick. So there you go. Big up to Snake Eyes. I appreciate that, bro. I'll pass that on to Cruz for his penalty shootout victory in the tournament yesterday. He was on fire, to be fair. Mr. Saturday said, I thought Deadwood ended. Arsenal, say no more. Big up, Mr. Saturday. We got a lot of Deadwood that needs selling. That is for damn sure. But Paqueta for 34 million euros is ridiculous if we don't get that deal done. Petra said, you're right, bro. We really need someone like Tielemans or Sanchez. I just don't know where to Paqueta for real, as Vieira is already aiming to play where Odegaard plays. You know, Arsenal, we always sign players in positions that we don't need and then don't sign the ones that we do need, you know. Mark, big up, bro, said big up 50k and the C unit. Appreciate it, bro. Anthony said, how are Barca signing Lewandowski, Aubameyang, Rafinha and a whole bagger, man, for big wages? Yet they had to let their god leave to Paris on a free. It don't make no sense, does it? You know, a year ago, they're like, yeah, we can't afford to give Messi a new deal. They then signed Aguero, Depay, Garcia. They've now signed Rafinha, Kessie, Christensen, and Lewandowski. I mean, how are they managing to find that money? I do not know. But hey, they're Barcelona. I'm sure they'll find a way. Curtis, have you seen the vid? Memphis Depay and Thierry Henry training. I saw a bit of it. So I think Henry and Aguero are over there in America training with Barcelona. I think they're there doing some work with them, but they joined in a training session. I tell you what, Barcelona have got vibes on the training ground. You know, I seen Aubameyang, Lewandowski, Dembele, Rafinha. They got some vibes going off over there, man. I think they're going to be a strong team this year. And Kessie's a baller as well, beast mode. John said, congrats to Cruz. Appreciate that, bro. Martin said, in 2 years, Barcelona are finished. There are rumours they could go completely bankrupt if they don't sort their finances out. Frank said, well done, Curtis Shaw TV. Your dedication, enthusiasm, and insight are really inspiring. I appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Seb said, big up C. Well done on 50K. Big up the C unit. Appreciate that, Sebs. And listen, as I always say, people, I always big up the community because, you know, without a solid community, your channel goes nowhere. And, you know, you've been riding out for me throughout these seasons, you know, when things have been difficult in terms of, you know, the way Arsenal have been performing. I can tell you now, people, there are a lot of games where I've turned up for a watch-along and thought, do you know what? The way we're playing football, sometimes you don't even want to do the watch-along. But with the community and the vibes and the interaction, you always want to show up. So big up to each and every one of you. And as I say, it's our channel, collective, community, togetherness, you know. So big up to all of you for the support. And said, congrats on 50K and congrats to Cruz. I appreciate that, bro. From the clock background to 50K. Hey, listen, whether you've been here for one day or from the start, man, some of the background, some of the way the videos started, man, it was all mad. The clock in the background, 2 shirts hanging up on nails. It wasn't pretty, people. It was not pretty, I'm telling you now. So if anybody has got aspirations of starting their own YouTube channel, you don't have to start with, you know, £1,000 cameras and all of that. I had a £20 little plug-in microphone and a £3 tripod with my phone, and that was it. In the car, just get started, and you know, it goes along as it goes. You know, as you go on, it gets better. King said, Big C, the whole community are genuinely happy for you. Honestly, your content is class. When is the next member stream? Well, do you know what? Let me finish up. I'm rounding up. Am I rounding up here? No, I got one more story, then I'm going to round up. I'll come back to you on that, though. Do you think Tielemans is smoked out with other deals? They got to get it done. It'll end up at United, in my opinion, because I don't think they're going to get De Jong from Barca. I think he's going to sit there and say, I'm not going. Blood Type said, big up the ting, seeing 50K subs, blessings. Jeremy said, from the car, I'm telling you, man. Did you get the away kit? Had it since Saturday, bro. Had that since Saturday. There was no way I was avoiding that. Edmund said, Curtis, I'm a Barca fan. Honestly, Arthur is a very average player. Tidy passing, but other than that, it's nothing. Fair enough, and that's insight from a Barca fan. Nimbo said, I'm going to start my YouTube journey soon. Hey, listen, anyone who starts a channel, wants to do anything, feel free to promote it in the comments, man. That's what we're about here, people. And Jack said, you come a long way. I remember the 2019 Europa preview in the kitchen or the car. It was better quality analysis than TalkSport Donuts. Congrats on 50K. Big up, bro. And Anthony said, ordered the black kit earlier on next day delivery. Listen, I think every Arsenal fan gets a pass on that black and gold kit. Even if you were totally, you know, cronky out, that kit has to get ordered if you can, you know, because it's crazy, I can't lie. Now, bit of breaking news. Don't know how much we can take out of this, but Dharmesh Chef has just said this on Sky Sports. So, he has said, on Arsenal, he said, they're still in the market to bring in players after signing Zinchenko. I think the right wing position is something they want to strengthen. Arsenal have backed Arteta all the way. There might still be a big one left in the window. Now, the interesting thing about that, number one, if you've got Saka getting player of the season on the right wing, why do you sign another right winger? Are they going to move Saka to the left? Is it just for competition? I don't know. That's an interesting one. Who would we potentially sign as a right winger? We obviously missed out on Rafinha. We've been linked with Leroy Sané in the last few days. That would be an interesting one. Personally, I would take him. Neto is a player I like, but he's just had that injury. I'm just not sure if Arsenal would go for him on the back of that injury. But Arsenal, it appears, are still looking for a right winger. If Arsenal bought a right winger, I think you would see Pepe let go in this window. So, yeah, Darmesh Chef saying there could be one big transfer left in this window. If I was Arsenal, I would use Pepe as almost bait to get another player. You know, let him go to a club and you take a player off them and he reduces the price of that player that you're going for, you know. So it depends if Arsenal can get creative in the market and get someone in. Yeah, listen, I did a video the other day, actually, 7 wingers that Arsenal could sign. And I did mention Adama Traore as one of them, maybe just as a weapon off the bench. But obviously we mentioned some others, Gakpo, Diaby, Leroy Sané. We were talking about Gnabry at the time, but he signed a new contract. Okay, said 50 C unit. Congrats. I'm telling you, they ain't seen a 50 this big since 50 dropped Get Rich or Die Trying in 2003, people. We're moving. Pepe for Zaha, I would take that all day long. I don't care if Zaha's 29. I would still do that. King said, love Sané, but I would take Elise. He's a bit younger. Arsenal linked with Diaby. So finally, because I'm absolutely sweating here, I look like I've poured water over my head, people. Little announcement on the channel. Shaw on Tour begins tomorrow, people. Shaw on Tour begins tomorrow. I'm flying out to Orlando tomorrow for the Arsenal tour. I'll be at both games this week, Orlando City on Wednesday, and we play Chelsea on Saturday night. I'll be flying out tomorrow. I'll be linking up with AFTV over there as well, but obviously I'll be doing my own content and some content over on their channel with Robbie and the guys. If anyone's over there, anyone traveling over there, obviously it'd be good to link up, meet up with some of the community. I'll be at the games as well. And yeah, man, listen, hope to see a lot of you over there. I'm going to be, you know, my vlogging skills. You ain't seen me do a vlog on here. So again, like I said, I'll be out of my comfort zone, but we're going to go for it, people. And yeah, so from tomorrow, yeah, we'll be over there in Orlando, people. So make sure you tune in. What I'm probably planning on doing is a daily transfer video. And then obviously I'm going to try and do a daily vlog as well. So Shaw on Tour settings, people. Anyone over there? Listen, hit me up, Curtis Shaw 9 on Twitter and the gram, or Curtis Shaw TV at hotmail.com, or just drop me a message, a comment on one of the videos. If you're at the game, people, we link up and, you know, see some of you over there. So, hey, I believe there's a couple of Arsenal events on while we're over there. So I'm sure people will link up over there and I'll put them on socials and all of that. So, hey, had to get the shape up today and get the hair done. So, yeah, man, listen, appreciate everyone tuning in today. As I said, once again, thank you very much for your support. Getting this channel to 50k, it's overwhelming. It's a great feeling, I can't lie. It's a big number, and now, you know, we're going to hunt down that 100k and get that plaque on the wall from YouTube and onwards and upwards. You know, I'm going to try and improve the channel, get some better graphics and things like that. But yeah, probably do a short transfer video tomorrow morning, pre-recorded, put that up, and then I will see you all. The next time I'll do a live, I'll see you in Orlando, people. So thank you very much for your support. 50k, onwards and upwards. Shaw on Tour begins from tomorrow. I'm coming to America like Eddie Murphy, people. Take care. Bless.